Hi, it's a bonus video. Okay, so big news today as I record this. Plantation is changing its name. So, 3.5 years ago, in the summer of 2020, kind of in the wake of the George Floyd protests, Plantation, Maison Ferrand, announced that they would be changing their name because they sort of recognized that, being a Europe-based company sourcing rum chiefly from the Caribbean for bottling and calling yourself Plantation was a little bit of a bad look. It was honestly not the biggest problem that I had with Maison Ferrand and Plantation, but it was nice to see them kind of admit that and say, yeah, we're going to switch this. We're going to change this. And then radio silence for years. And I have made fun of them for that. Like, I have made fun of them for, changing the name of Pierre Ferrand to Cognac Ferrand before they changed the name of their rum line. But now they've done it. They have changed the name of Plantation after 3.5 years of research and thinking about it. They've gone from Plantation to Planteray. And my initial temptation was just kind of make fun of this a little bit. I clearly they're trying to keep some continuity with the original Plantation name, but Planteray. Good luck Googling that before your autocorrect just changed it to something else. But hey, having reflected a little bit, I want to say, good on you. Good on you guys for finally following through and with this one thing you said you would do. So, I can admit when a company I'm not that super fond of is able to do the bare minimum. So yeah, let's do a little bit of a toast. And I've been waiting a long time to do this. We're gonna change the name on this bottle to Planteray. Here we go. Bam. Looks great. Here we go. All right, now, and you know what? I really hope this starts a trend over at Planteray and Maison Ferrand. I really hope they continue on in this little trend of making things right a little bit. So one thing I'd love to see from them is a little bit more transparency. I hope they continue on with that. Like, if you go on their website, you can certainly look at, just an example, right? You can certainly look at the makeup of a lot of the rums they put out. I would love to see them switch the word dosage, which no one understands because it's a wine nerd term that no one else uses. I would love them to just change that to added sugar. Just change dosage to added sugar. I would love to see them on that sort of same information breakdowns they give. I would love to see those on the bottle, on the back of these. I would love to see those give not just the kinds of rums they're putting in their blends, but also like the percentages. I'm not saying they would ever like put a teaspoon of some grand old rum into a blend and then have, writer friends on the internet spread that information around, not talking about how it was a teaspoon, and getting everyone all excited. I'm not saying that they would ever do that, but it would be nice for them to structure their transparency in a way where that wouldn't happen. I would love to see, I would love to see just kind of like better products and better, less over-promising, more over-delivering. I would love to see Planteray and Maison Ferrand succeeding on value rather than marketing and just happening to have a high place on the shelf because they got the pretty boxes and good retailers. Oh, speaking of transparency, I would love to see them just be open about the background of their house. So basically, the background of Cognac Ferrand is it's a bunch of marketers who are hired by the Pierre Ferrand family, and then they leveraged the name and the company away from that family legally, and so the family can no longer sell cognac under their own name. They now sell Pierre de Segonzac, and have been at it ever since, selling under this legally attained name of theirs. And I would love for them to just be open about that. It's kind of a shitty thing to do, but bros, just be open. The bit of hilarious fan fiction on the Ferrand Cognac page, the history, where where old Elie Ferrand, because Pierre doesn't exist anymore, old Elie Ferrand and his granddaughter pass Alexander Gabriel the true Dharma eye of cognac making on her deathbed. That's an amazing bit of fan fiction, but it really should say at the top, this is a work of fiction. I would love to see that. I would love to see that kind of transparency. So yeah, better products. I would love to see them just, have more care for the communities in which they are from which they are sourcing and which they are employing, and just the health of the rum environment. I mean, as you will be aware, if you're watching this channel and watched me complain about these folks before, most of the distilleries on Barbados have been pushing for what's been called a stronger GI, a stronger geographic indicator, which would basically mean you couldn't put Bajan rum, rum product of Barbados, on a bottle unless it was basically actually made in Barbados. So, for example, this OFTD here, the consumer may be confused because it does say, product of Barbados down there. I'm not sure if you can see that. And yet at the same time, you can see, wait, hang on, this is sourced from 3 different countries. That's a little bit weird. So yeah, stuff like that. Every other distillery has been pushing this. The West Indies Rum Distillery, owned by Ferrand and Planteray, has basically nixed it. And along with that, because they also own part of Long Pond and Clarendon, Moaning Musk, they've also been pushing for a weakening of the strong Jamaican rum GI that's already in place. If you've checked out the rum shelves, they're what is it, cane rock? They're kind of fairly awful. Spiced rum, whatever, does not say Jamaican rum on it because they couldn't sell it legally as Jamaican rum. It says rum, I think rum distilled in Jamaica. Yeah, so what I would love to see is for Maison Ferrand and Planteray to say, to just lean into the other side, to say, you know what, you are right. We are just going to sell these as blends, from the other places, if we're going to ship them over to France to have them aged there. And you know what? We're going to really push for the integrity of Bajan rum. And we are going to build up the West Indies Rum Distillery to be a world-class distillery again, to compete with everyone else. In fact, we're going to outdo those bastards at Foursquare and Mount Gay. We're going to, source Bajan molasses, and we're going to really, build these brands up. We're going to build up West Indies Rum's own brands and give lots of employment to the folks there on the island. And same thing with Long Pond and Clarendon, right, over on Jamaica, because they part own those distilleries as well. I would love to see them do that. I would dearly love that. Name change, it's fine. It's fine. I get, it's fine. It's a step. It's a step forward. But yeah, I would love to see. I would love to see Planteray and Maison Ferrand continue on this path of change and transformation. So you know what? Cheers to Planteray. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'd forgotten how like kind of burned and weird this was. It's not awful, but it's not good. Anyways, I would love to see the product, the quality of the products improve as well. Thanks for watching. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Cheers.